Imagine a Lenawee County where individuals and families have adequate food and shelter. Students receive educational opportunities to reach their full potential. Individuals have access to health care. Our towns and cities are thriving. The arts enrich our lives. Imagine a Lenawee County where there's an organization that supports human services, education, health, our communities, and the arts. We work together to make it better today, and we also have an opportunity to make an impact for the future. You don't have to imagine.
The Lenawee Community Foundation is a vibrant, growing nonprofit organization uniquely situated to meet the needs of our changing Lenawee County community.
The foundation has been built on the dreams and desires of local residents to leave a legacy of a better community.
The mission of the Lenawee Community Foundation is to enhance the quality of life of the citizens of Lenawee County, primarily through permanent endowments.
Gifts are permanently invested with a portion of the earnings used for charitable purposes. Because the original donation lasts forever, charitable gifts can be sustained for future generations.
That's the essence of our purpose, to be a major force for good forever.
The Lenawee Community Foundation is unique when compared to the other nonprofits in Lenawee County. First, we work for the future of our community. You can think of us as the savings account for anticipated community needs. Second, we are broad-based. No other nonprofit in Lenawee works in the 5 areas we do: health, human services, culture, education, and civic. Third, individuals, couples, corporations, and resident estates and trusts qualify for Michigan tax credits when making donations to endowed funds in community foundations. The Lenawee Community Foundation is a partnership of funds. There are 6 types of funds: Lenawee, Field of Interest, Donor Advised, Designated, Scholarship, and Community Projects. The Lenawee Fund is a multi-purpose, flexible fund to meet current and emerging needs. Donors choose this fund if they believe that a group of living individuals will always be better able to assess the current situation than a document from the past. A Field of Interest fund allows the donor to support a broad area, such as health or youth, or a geographic area. The Kellogg Youth Fund is a Field of Interest fund.
The Lenawee Youth Council participates in youth leadership, makes grant recommendations from the Kellogg Youth Fund, and participates in volunteer work to make our community better.
We volunteer at the domestic violence shelter with younger kids, give out coats and blankets through the Keep Lenawee Warm program at Associated Charities, and Don't Tell Anyone, but we answered letters from Santa from the little kids.
We also make recommendations for the Kellogg Youth Grants. We review and evaluate hundreds of pages of grants. Last time, we had over $160,000 requested from over 26 youth organizations. We pared it down to 8 groups that got $32,000. It wasn't easy, but we made good decisions. It's a great feeling to help so many youth across Lenawee County.
A donor-advised fund allows the donor to make grant recommendations. It operates like a private foundation. However, it can be easier to establish, less expensive to operate, and offer more flexibility in distributions.
We utilize the foundation for our charitable giving because a donor-advised fund is much easier to establish and less costly than a private foundation.
Yeah, I guess we like to keep things just simple and plain. And the Lenawee Community Foundation Donor Fund is perfect because they do the details where we can concentrate on the things we care about.
Each year, Braceway designates a portion of our earnings to help those in need in this community. And we've been able to utilize the Lenawee Community Foundation as a means to use their donor-advised funds to set those funds aside at any point in time that we need them for corporate contributions. For example, when Katrina hit, our employees wanted to help. So amongst themselves, they raised over $7,400, which Braceway decided to match. We were able to utilize the Lenawee Community Foundation as a means to send $15,000 to our local chapter of the American Red Cross.
Some of the stories are just heartbreaking. They had lost everything. I mean, the houses were gone. They didn't know where their family was. A lot of them didn't. So it was really a devastating situation for these families that came. With the funding that we received from Braesway, we were able to give them financial assistance instantly, and which was very, very helpful. We were able to just provide them instantly with the things that they needed.
A designated fund allows contributors to specify charities as the recipients of their gifts, thereby providing a perpetual stream of income from the fund.
The Britton-Macon Area School took advantage of establishing a school foundation under the umbrella of the Lenawee Community Foundation. This venue has enabled our district to provide opportunities to our students that we'd only dreamed of, like funding capital projects, teacher mini-grants, and student scholarships. The Lenawee Community Foundation provided us with guidance and established a structure which ensured our success.
The Lenawee Community Foundation makes it convenient for Goodwill Industries to build our endowment. We secure the donations while the foundation does the paperwork, pools the investments for greater returns, and helps promote our fund. Because of our partnership with the foundation, we can spend more time serving people with barriers to employment while we are building financial stability for our future.
A scholarship fund provides scholarships for private schools or education after high school.
The Lenawee County Education Foundation has a great partnership with the Lenawee Community Foundation. We manage the scholarship process, while the Community Foundation maximizes the investments for our endowed scholarships. As a result, Lenawee students will still be receiving scholarships hundreds of years from now.
I received it when I was finishing up my bachelor's at Central Michigan University, and it was the first one that the Porter Center had given, the Milton C. Porter Scholarship. And so it was very helpful. It was greatly appreciated financially, but also just an honor to receive it. It's amazing that this community is so supportive and that they really honor education and are willing to help support it, because it does make a difference.
A community projects fund supports temporary or special projects such as playgrounds, special events that raise funds for charity, or a nonprofit awaiting their tax-exempt status.
Athena Lenawee has used the Lenawee Community Foundation while awaiting its own nonprofit status. MIS utilizes the foundation for the Night of Champions benefit for hospice and the Boys and Girls Club. Volunteers in Blissfield partnered with the foundation to gain nonprofit status for their community playgrounds. This allowed everyone to join in the spirit of giving.
It's when kids with disabilities, they usually can't play in regular playgrounds because they could really get hurt, or they couldn't be able to go down things or plan things. But in the Boundless Playground, there's things where they can do.
I think that any kid should try to do something good for anybody, because after you're done, it makes you feel good that you helped someone or something, some kind of cause. So I think that everybody should try it.
You can make your charitable dreams for our Lenawee County community come true, whether you're interested in health, human services, the arts, our villages and towns, or education.
If you have children or grandchildren, or even if you don't, most of us would like to leave our community better. Whatever we do or fail to do, we are leaving a legacy for future generations.
Lenawee is our community, and the Lenawee Community Foundation is our community foundation. Together we can make Lenawee County a better place.
The future is in our hands. Our dreams and our gifts will be our legacy, for good, forever.